Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Jay Sokadja. Today is day 17 of building our personal constitution. Today we'll be focusing on birthday anniversaries. It's my birthday anniversary. Birthday anniversary. It's my birthday anniversary. Birthday anniversary. It's my birthday anniversary. Birthday anniversary. Okay, you're probably thinking, what the heck is a birthday anniversary and why is this girl singing? Don't do me, okay? I'm happy. Birthday anniversaries are really important because I recognize that, at least I can say this for a lot of women, but we do like to celebrate our birthday, but oftentimes like girls will say like, oh, I cry on my birthday, or I don't want to celebrate my birthday because no one celebrates me. With a birthday anniversary, it allows you to celebrate yourself even if someone isn't celebrating you. You are celebrating yourself throughout the year, and you're not just waiting for the end, not the end of the year, but that one time during the year when everyone will come together to celebrate you. You're already doing it in ways that fulfill you. So when your birthday does come around, you feel more happy, you feel more enticed to actually celebrate your birthday because you've been doing it throughout the year. And honestly, like, there's so many guys that just don't celebrate their birthdays. They're like, well, nobody celebrates me. Celebrate yourself, so then when your birthday comes, like, you are just happy for the people who can be there for you, and you're like, no worries. Like, I celebrate myself every single month, like, no worries. And you're able to kind of readjust the people in your life without holding like so much grudge and hatred and like and hurt when people aren't there for you. I know one year, like, I was trying to do something for my birthday, and literally like maybe a couple of my friends came, and I was like a little devastated, but I was like, you know what, it's all right. And that's when I decided to, like, well, that's one of the many reasons why I decided to start celebrating my birthday anniversary, because I'm like, you know what, maybe I don't want to celebrate my birthday only during this time. Like, my birthday's in December. Like, it's a super busy time. It's weird to have my birthday during that time, especially when it's so close to for Christmas. And being able to celebrate it every other month or the rest of the year during the 12th allows me to have a birthday in the summer, or have my birthday in the fall, in the spring, or like whatever. It's super fun, and I can just kind of play around with the themes and things like that nature. Jesus, I cannot speak. If you want to instill confidence and reassurance in yourself while creating your personal constitution, follow my channel of Firmly Active Affirmations, where you'll find affirmations, EFT tapping, guided yoga, and so much more. For soundscapes such as brown noise, rain sounds, and even TV static to sleep, study, and meditate to, follow my channel of Firmly Sounds. So first, when's your birthday? It is, let's say, August 18th. Your birthday is August 18th. That means on the 18th of every single month, you celebrate your birthday anniversary. During that time, you can decide whatever you want to do. You can journal, you can go take yourself on a date, you can go hiking, you can do whatever you want on that day, but it's time for you to recognize yourself, to love yourself, to acknowledge yourself, and not to forget yourself in the chaos of your life. Personally, for me, for my birthday anniversary, this is what I do. So one, I either volunteer or donate on my birthday anniversary. So in December, I donated money to a like a coat and hat and glove winter drive, because at the time I didn't have anything to donate, but I was like, you know what, I can give X amount of money. In January, I donated to the LA fires. I donated to the specific family that needed money. It was a single mother. Julie lost everything, and I reached out to a friend that lived out in LA, and I said, hey, is there any way I can help? She sent me a list of people like that I can send money to, and I did just that. In February, I actually didn't donate, and I actually didn't volunteer anywhere also, but instead I went to my state capital, where I lobbied for a bill that would lessen the anti-abortion bills here in Kentucky. I went with my sister, and it wasn't directly on my birthday anniversary, but it was at least within the same week. So you don't have to do it like on that specific day, especially if you're working, if you're busy, but you want to make sure that you plan something for that weekend or that day or whatever during that week. Oh, I said that day, whatever, during that week, to celebrate your birthday anniversary. So I was able to go to the Capitol. It was very heartwarming. I got to hear all these others. They were younger students. I'm with my sister, she's in high school. So these students advocate for their rights and other people's rights in the state. I get to hear representatives talk about what bills they have in mind, what they're doing to work towards lessening anti-abortion in Kentucky, and I'm able to give back. The reason I like to volunteer or donate during my birthday anniversary is because I value being active in my community. I always say I'm an advocate for human rights, for women's rights, for X, Y, and Z. But imagine you saying that, but then actually not doing anything. You're saying like, oh, I don't have the money, I don't have the time. Okay, well, you're literally watching this video. You're probably scrolling on TikTok for 3 hours by the time you reach this video. What makes you think you don't have time to do that? If you don't have the money, okay, cool. Donate like an hour of your time once a month. Like that is bigger than anything you've probably done throughout your entire life. This allows me to not always think about myself, think about my needs, think about my worries. Like there are so many other bigger problems in this world, and I'm able to connect with that and to reach out and to feel like I'm actually doing something with my life. And it makes me more intentional with volunteering, with donating, because I feel like typically people donate like out of a whim, like, oh yeah, like why not, I completely forgot, like once in a while, Christmas and maybe sometime in the summer, and like things, tragic things that happen like in the LA fires. You want to build a practice of giving. This is super important, because if you're someone who wants to be rich and you want to do all these other things and you're like, oh, I'll give once I'm rich. No, you won't. If you can't give time or money while you have little, then what makes you think you'll be able to do it when you have a lot? Even now, like if I'm not working that much, I still have time to do a little something, even if it's $5, even if it's $1 to donate or to give or to whatever. It's better than nothing. I decided 2 years ago that I want to be proof that there are good people in this world, that there are loving people, generous people in this world. And if I can be generous, then I constantly find myself coming across other individuals who are generous, other people who are loving, other people who are socially and culturally conscious, because I am doing that. I attract what I am. And I don't mean to turn this into like, oh, like your vibration and like what you are is what you attract. Like yeah, I get it, but like seriously, like if you're constantly finding yourself in spaces with people who are loving and giving, it's because you are loving and giving, because you found yourself in that space. And that's one of the many reasons why I wanted to do that, because like it just doesn't make sense for me to say I align with this cause and then do absolutely nothing for it. Something is better than nothing, and a birthday anniversary has allowed me to build that practice of generosity and abundance into my life without thinking about it constantly. I think a lot of people feel like if you have to give back to your community, you have to do it all the time and every single week and and you're like, I don't have the time. No, literally, even just 30 minutes, even just an hour, and it's better than you just going to the movies and watching a movie for 2 hours. You're just sitting there eating popcorn. You didn't even like the movie and the popcorn was stale when you could have volunteered somewhere instead. You get what I'm saying? Like we're wasting our times constantly consuming things versus actually engaging with our community. Why are you doing that to yourself? Why are you robbing yourself of human experience? And that's really, and what I'm saying to you guys is literally what I said to myself. Like, why am I robbing myself of something that I know that I would like, but instead I'm choosing like something else just because it's easier, and like I'm just consuming media, consuming what other people are doing. Like I was like, no, I want to be more active in my life, and my birthday anniversary allowed me to do so. A little FYI, I am creating a personalized affirmation app, and if you haven't done so already, go to my description box, join our emailing listing if you're interested for when it comes out, and to answer my survey so I understand what your needs are. Thank you, I love you, and let's continue with the rest of the video. Another reason why I have a birthday anniversary and what I do on my birthday anniversary is I take myself out on dates. Now, I try to do this like every week anyway. That can vary with going out with a friend or just hanging out or like having a me day like at a bookstore, and I'm like, okay, I get to treat myself to a notebook. I like to do something nice for myself at least once a week, because we often forget to do those things, and then when someone does the bare minimum, then we like get super excited. You don't want to get excited for the bare minimum through friends, family, or romantic partners. You want to set the tone of what loving you means. But anywho, I take myself on a date to regroup myself, to dress up, to be like, oh, okay, like I haven't done this in a while. Like do my makeup, because I don't really do my makeup often. I have sensitive skin, and like it's just easier for me not to like play with her all the time. And I get to enjoy myself and be like, oh, this is what I like. I get to discover new restaurants. I get to discover new gardens. I get to discover new whatever. This is a time for me to love myself. It was very important for me to instill that into my life, because for so long I didn't, and I just got busy with school, with work, with friends, with family, and I didn't really have time to like really just say, I appreciate you, I love you, you deserve this, I deserve it. I was also feeling a lot of really lost, and I had what felt like low self-esteem or low self-worth, and I just need to rebuild that. And it was just because I was disconnected with myself. I'm very much valuable, I'm very much worthy, I'm very much lovable. It was just that I was so far away from myself that I couldn't see it, couldn't feel it, couldn't taste it. And it was depressing. Your birthday anniversary doesn't have to be anything extravagant. You have to invite all these other people. No, it's literally you celebrating you. One reason why I needed to celebrate myself is because when I was in college, or I guess really my whole life, I would like get accomplished. I would I would get acknowledged for my accomplishments. I would get awards. I would do X, Y, and Z. And even though I'm receiving it and I should be happy and I should be celebrating, I'm already thinking about the next thing. I don't even have time to even celebrate myself and to acknowledge like what I've done. And it got me into a routine of like thinking like, oh, like this is nothing, like this is routine, like you don't get to celebrate yourself. I'm like, uh-oh, no, 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 not over here. I only have one life and I will be celebrating myself. So it forced me to be like, hey, you remember when you won that award a little while ago? Let's celebrate it. And it even got me into a practice of celebrating immediately when I receive something or when I do something, because I'm like, you know what, my birthday anniversary is too far, let me just do it now. And like I'm fostering a very healthy relationship with my accomplishments and my goals, because you don't want to just view it as like something you check off and then you feel unsatisfied and unhappy with your life because you are not celebrating yourself. So for anyone who says a birthday anniversary is extra, you only should celebrate your birthday once a year, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. During my birthday anniversary, I also journal about all the things that went well since my last birthday anniversary. And I'm like, oh, I did this, or I did that, or I saw these and I hung out with this, and like today was awesome because I did this and this and this and this and this. And it's like, it's holding myself accountable, because it's like, okay, what did you do? Why are you happy? Are you showing gratitude? Like, what has happened since the last time we've done this? And it makes me feel good. Again, I told you guys, journal junkie, journal junkie, journal junkie. So I want you guys to take the time to decide and to write out what you want to do during your birthday anniversary. Do you want to donate X amount of money to this certain organization every single time and just like have that set up in your account? Do you want to go volunteer? Do you want to go try a new restaurant every time it's your birthday anniversary? Do you want to make sure that you hang out with a friend, or you go out of town, or what part of, like, it really depends on your part of life. Because I know when I get a little older, when I have a little bit more financial stability and all these other things, that during my birthday anniversary I definitely want to take a trip. You know, I think in October of last year I went to Chicago Fashion Week for my birthday anniversary. It was during that week, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to treat myself before my next semester. You know, what will that look like for you? Everyone will be different. Some will be more at home and smaller. Other will be maybe bigger and extravagant. Whatever makes sense, and you can change that as you grow. Because what I'm going to do when I'm 65 versus when I'm 24 is going to be very different. But the essence of celebrating myself and trying new things and going out and loving myself will be the same. So you want to make sure that you cultivate something for now. Don't think about the future when you have X amount of money. Don't think about the future when you finally get to move to your dream state or dream country, or you finally get to be with your dream person. Forget it. What can you do now? Write it down. You know? And you also don't even have to plan ahead. If you're someone that you're like, you know what, I just want to be spontaneous for my birthday anniversary and just decide on the whim what I'm gonna do that. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I just like just come across something, like for in December when I donated to like a winter coat and glove drive, I just literally saw it at a coffee shop and I thought, oh, well, tomorrow's my birthday anniversary, I'm just gonna donate now. And I donated, and I was like, great. Like sometimes the opportunities or the people or the places present itself to you once you create that habit of, during this time I will do X, Y, and Z. And you want to make sure that you invite that energy into your life. It may feel weird in the beginning because you're like, I don't know what to freaking do. Do I go to an expensive restaurant? No. Like literally any small thing that shows that you love yourself, that you appreciate yourself, and that you're helping others is all that you need to do. Even $1 is fine. Even just laying out in the grass in a park that you haven't been to but you kept saying you want to visit is enough. You just need to do something to celebrate you. And then when your birthday comes around, you're actually really happy to celebrate your birthday. And you're like, well, you know, why not? Of course I want to celebrate with my friends and family. All right, I hope that was helpful. I love you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.